WE Trains here, and I would like to make a full clip of my video about why Steam pulled rail excursions are rare today. In that video, I said this about PTC. The next myth is that Steam locomotives do not have PTC. This is somewhat correct, but mostly wrong because there is a PTC system for Steam locomotives, but very few Steam locomotives have the system installed at the time that I am recording this video. Things have changed a lot since then, and I was inspired to make this follow-up video by a Trains magazine article called Big Steam and PTC, a reset stage. I'll leave a link to the article in the description and in the pinned comment down below. So let's talk about what has changed the past 3 years since I recorded that video. If you're new to rail fanning, you may ask what PTC actually is. PTC, also known as Positive Train Control, is a rail safety system that uses GPS data to prevent accidents by automatically stopping a train before any major accidents occur. It was first proposed in the late 1980s, but rolled out slowly until mandated by the government in 2008. It was originally scheduled to be fully implemented by December 2015, but the deadline was extended to December 2020 after it was determined that many railroads needed more time to implement it. The only railroads that didn't get the PTC treatment were short lines and tourist railroads, which weren't required to do so. However, the new PTC requirements led to a lot of steam locomotives being sidelined from mainline excursion service, along with Amtrak pulling their support of special rail charters in 2018. Companies like Rail Exco have filled the void that Amtrak left, but the biggest problem with running mainline excursions is PTC implementation. The first steam locomotive to receive PTC was Union Pacific Big Boy 4014. Although PTC wasn't required for its first excursions in 2019 and didn't run in 2020 for obvious reasons, it was required for its return in 2021. This led to Union Pacific implementing a system called LeaPTC. It was developed by San Bernardino Railroad Historical Society's John Howard. According to the SBRHS, LeaPTC is a patented system that allows information from a trailing diesel locomotive to be relayed up to the cab of the steam locomotive. 4014 was the first locomotive to receive LeaPTC, followed by SBRHS's very own Santa Fe 3751 and her sister 2926 in New Mexico. This allowed steam locomotives to lead trains on PTC-equipped rail lines, but required a diesel locomotive to be added to the consist. However, a new system was developed shortly after that allowed steam locomotives to operate independently on PTC trackage. After being restored to operation in 2023, Canadian Pacific 2816 tested a fully independent setup, which had the equipment in the tender which connected to a cab display. This system allowed 2816 to become the first steam locomotive to be approved to be run independently on PTC-equipped rails. This system was utilized during the final Spike Tour in 2024. Union Pacific 4014 successfully tested a similar setup, and it's also expected to be installed on Union Pacific 844 after its overhaul is complete. Santa Fe 3751 and 2926 will also get this treatment, with LeaPTC acting as a backup. Alaska Railroad 557 is the next steam locomotive scheduled to receive PTC and will initially run with LeaPTC before transitioning to a fully independent setup. As for future locomotives that could receive PTC, the Railroading Heritage of Midwest America is likely to install LeaPTC into Milwaukee Road 261, and possibly Union Pacific 3985 when it is restored to operation, according to Trains magazine. Nickel Plate Road 765 is also looking to get PTC soon, but a solution has yet to be decided. RJD America, the new owners of Chesapeake and Ohio 614, have confirmed that 614 will have a fully independent setup similar to 2816, but work has yet to start on it since the move to Strasburg has yet to occur at the time of recording. Meanwhile, another Chesapeake and Ohio locomotive, 2716, is expected to receive a new system developed by Chief Mechanical Officer of Kentucky Steam, Jason Sobczynski, also known as That Steam Guy on social media. The same goes for future Pennsylvania Railroad T15550, with the T1 Trust designing a PTC system from scratch for the locomotive. A lot of other organizations are also considering implementing PTC on their locomotives, including Iowa Interstates 6988 and 7081, Pennsylvania Railroad 1361, Pierre Marquette 1225, Reading 2100, and Spokane, Portland, and Seattle 700. However, some organizations have either chosen not to install PTC or can't afford to. Those who chose not to already have places to run their locomotive without PTC, such as shortlands like the Reading Blue Mountain and Northern, and tourist railroads like the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. However, some organizations do not have the funds to implement PTC, which unfortunately include the U.S.'s only two operational streamlined steam locomotives, Norfolk and Western 611 and Southern Pacific 4449. This is why it is important to support these organizations like I mentioned in the previous video. If you want your favorite locomotive to run on the main line again, please send them a donation because every dollar counts. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below about your opinions about PTC implementation on steam locomotives. That's all for now. I am W.E. Trains, and I'll see you next time.